We're still here at Buddha Point, and we were so lucky to be able to see the chief abbot, which is also the head of religion here in Bhutan. This Takin attacked me. Hello, I'm just being friendly. Good morning, it's 8:10 and I'm here to have breakfast at the hotel while waiting for my tour guide and driver to arrive around 9. So as you can see, this is their dining hall. It's very charming and you can see a lot of windows where you can see the view outside. Alright, so for breakfast, they have options for either coffee or tea, and so I chose tea, and they also have option for actually milk tea. So let's see, it's my first time to eat breakfast here at the hotel and I don't know what to expect. And so the breakfast arrived. Initially it was just toast, cereals, apple, butter, and warm milk and tea. And then the fried rice came. And I asked them if there's gonna be more. They said yes, there's gonna be protein. I think some sausages and eggs. So this is way too much breakfast for one person. It's almost 9 in the morning and we're gonna head out to see and explore Thimphu. And I have mounted a GoPro in front of the car. I hope it survives. But yeah, so the weather is nice. I had a very nice breakfast. I wasn't able to finish everything, of course. It's too much. But I'm ready for the day. So let's explore Thimphu. I think we're gonna go to a couple of interesting spots today. There's also a ceremony? Blessing?
Oral transmission.
Or oral transmission at Buddha Point, where let's see what we can witness there later. But we're supposed to go there first, but we heard that there's traffic, and so we're going to go to the memorial stupa before heading to Buddha Point. When visiting religious buildings, always move in a clockwise direction when circumambulating a stupa or a sacred shrine, a chorten or a religious structure, or turning prayer wheels. This tradition is done to gain merit or blessing.
Not many people these days because they went to attend oral transmission at Buddha Point.
You are also required to remove footwear and headgear at the doorway, dress appropriately avoiding shorts or sleeveless tops, and photography is strictly prohibited inside the temples.
This is the room for the butter lamp. We light butter lamp to bring good luck and also to light the path to those who passed out. Okay, this is surrounding.
Okay.
Incense can be pine leaves or the cypress leaves.
So the incense is to burn away the bad spirits?
No, to purify the surrounding.
Purify the surroundings. Okay. We are here at the National Chorten, and you can see behind is a Tibetan style stupa. And we went inside. Unfortunately, we cannot take videos and photos inside, but we were able to see a lot of wrathful deities. And it's also very interesting because they find the number 7 auspicious. And there were a lot of offerings. There were bowls of, let's say, 7 water, and all of the offerings have to be odd number. And I was given the opportunity to drink saffron water. So there was a couple there who poured saffron water into my palm, and then I drank it, and it's meant to cleanse the sins. We are back here at Buddha Point, and you can see it's morning. It's 10:30 in the morning. We were here yesterday at nighttime, and the voice that you are hearing is from the leader of the religion here in Bhutan. And there are so many Bhutanese who came over here because it's the last blessing from the leader. And that's why you can see these Bhutanese people came from all over Bhutan just to receive this particular blessing. So that Buddha is so huge, and it's made of bronze, and it's gold-plated. That's right, because I can see good. And I think they started construction in 2010. There you can see, it's so magnificent. I feel like a dwarf in this huge statue. It's so grand as well. So we're now here and we're gonna go inside. So I have to turn off my cameras. Okay, so we just came from inside Buddha Point, and I feel so overwhelmed with what I've seen inside. It's really a feast for the eyes. There were around 125,000 smaller Buddha statues, and everything was gold-plated. There were a lot of pillars adorned with metal carvings of goddesses and dragons. And even the ceiling is painted. There's just so much to see, and I hope one day you will be able to see it for yourself, because it's really a very overwhelming experience. I think now we're gonna have some tea. My tour guide's friend offered some tea. And as you can see, there's a lot of people, again, for the oral transmission. We are served with milk tea here. It's still hot. And a big bowl of rice cake with sesame seeds and some biscuits. We're still here at Buddha Point, and we were so lucky to be able to see the Chief Abbot, which is also the head of religion here in Bhutan. My tour guide said that he lives in eastern Bhutan, and it's very difficult to see him in person. A fantastic and I would say solemn experience. Everyone was just so quiet, and he was praying as well. That was a prayer he's reciting it. So he was praying, and there are thousands of people here praying with him in this oral transmission. View. Wow. Alright. Okay, so we're here at Buddha Point, and you can see the Buddha behind. That's a bronze Buddha, gold-plated. And currently, there's an oral transmission that we were able to witness, and we saw a Chief Abbot pass by. You can see the very nice view of Thimphu. You can see the mountains and all of the Bhutanese architecture. The house is there below. And it's really very refreshing, very calming, and I'm enjoying the warmth of the people. We also had tea a while ago, so locals offered us some tea and some snacks, and my heart is full. It's just an amazing experience. Postal Museum, where they sell stamps. And you can see it's a very nice building as well, very Bhutanese style building, architecture. And on my back you will see General Post Office. So they sell postcards, they sell like phallus figurines and keychains to drive away bad spirits. A lot of their stamps commemorate ties between countries. There's also a lot of stamps with the royal family, especially the kids. The kids are so cute. And now we're heading for lunch. So we're here for lunch. It's called Cousin Restaurant and Cafe, and it's buffet style. And I got most of the food available are vegetarian. There's a vegetable dumpling, some eggplant, carrots, beans, and there's two Bhutanese vegetable dishes. I think one is made of chili. The other one is the potato cheese chili, which I've already tasted. And I also found some chicken. And I found out that they serve this beef dish for the locals, so I requested one for myself. Let's see. I wanted to try what the locals really eat here in Bhutan. So we just finished our lunch, and they served a lot of vegetables. And there's this oyster chicken, and there's a secret Bhutanese beef dish, which turned out to be my favorite. So it's beef that is very tender and had some chili in it. We're now here at the BBS Tower, and I found this as a recommendation from the book. And so my tour guide and driver took me here. I'm so grateful. And there's a lot of flags, which my tour guide will explain what these are.
So these prayer flags are known as wind horse prayer flags. So the color represent the 5 elements of the weather. The red color represent element fire, green represent element vegetation, yellow represent element earth, blue represent element water, and white represent element air. Okay? So why we hang or why we host prayer flags is to bring good luck. And whenever we host prayer flags or we hang prayer flags, we try to hang on the mountains, okay, on the bridges, so that the wind can blow all the mantras written on it far away to bring more good luck.
Okay. Alright, we're here at the BBS Tower, and you can see the prayer flags hung, and the wind blowing the prayer flags representing different elements. There, full of flags and houses. What a beautiful sight. We are here at the entrance of the Royal Takin Preserve. And Takin is the national animal of Bhutan, and we're about to see Takin, hopefully, and it has a body of a cow and the head of the goat. So it's the first time I'm gonna see this animal, and hopefully we will be able to witness the feeding time. My tour guide said that I'm lucky because the Takins are on this side. Usually at this time, they're on the far side of the enclosure. And there, you can see the Takins. Okay, just need to climb up this platform so we can see a better view. Oh yeah, it's feeding time. That's why all of them are here. So they're feeding leaves to the Takins. And I'll just pan the camera so you can see how huge the enclosure is. There. Oops. And so usually they're on that side of the enclosure, but since it's feeding time, all of them are here, or most of them are here, trying to get food. Okay, so you can see here, they're feeding the Takins, and you can also see deers out there. And the Takins are more powerful than the deers. So whenever a deer tries to get the food, they will be attacked by the Takins. Okay, we are at Thimphu Town, and it's really nice. It's, I think, a valley because we came from uphill and then we went down through this valley, and you will see a lot of very similar looking Bhutanese architecture. And I find this truck funny. You see 8-Eleven. When we have 7-Eleven, they have 8-Eleven. And there's a yak bar and food. I saw another like yak milk there, I think. Oh, there's a traffic officer. And there's no traffic lights here, by the way. I haven't seen one traffic light. And this is probably the main street, right? It's a main street filled with stores and shops selling different kinds of stuff. Oh, there's Uniqlo. There's 8-Eleven. There's Uniqlo. Oh, that's the town center. So I think that one is the town center. And you can see it's surrounded by mountains. Up ahead is a traffic officer. There's still no traffic lights, but he's actually directing the traffic. This is one of the busiest parts of Thimphu, Bhutan's capital. We also passed by the National Handicrafts Emporium and a row of shops that sell various locally made products. I was able to talk to a local vendor and ask about how the pandemic has affected tourism in the country. I also tried eating local potato chips and local bottled mango juice, and then another local bottled apple juice. Everyone here is waiting for it to be open to tourists around 5:30. It's 5:13, so there's still 17 minutes before it's going to be open for tourists. And you can see the sun is already setting, but the view here is really amazing with all the mountains. And in fact, you can see the Buddha Point over there. So I'll just take time to appreciate nature while we wait for the Dzong to be open. Tashichho Dzong, or commonly known as Thimphu Dzong, is an impressive structure situated in the northern part of Thimphu city that plays the dual role of housing the administration of the state and the clergy. Thimphu Dzong has been the seat of government since 1955. It currently houses the throne room and offices of the King of Bhutan, the Cabinet Secretariat, and the Ministries of Home Affairs and Finance. As a tourist, you will not be allowed to visit the offices in the Dzong, but you can visit the monastery in the Dzong, which is home to the chief abbot of Bhutan and a retinue of monks during most of the year. Do they allow people to enter inside or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have 3 entrances.
So that is the entrance for the king. And then that entrance is for the public. And on the other side, this is the east side, so on the west side, there's the entrance for the monks. Okay. Can you see that? So we are now inside the fortress or the Dzong. And it's a huge complex.
So nice. Towards left-hand side, you can see the tall tower is the central tower, which separates administration block from monastery. So this part is the monastery, and then one behind The central tower is the administration of His Majesty the King.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, that's why the king's entrance is also over there.
And then, do you remember I told you that we have another entrance from the west?
For the-
That is, on the left-hand side where you can see the Lama is coming.
So we're now inside the Dzong, the Thimphu Dzong, and I just want to do a 360 because this complex is huge, and I just want everyone to see the architecture of this Dzong there. It's really amazing to be here. And we're gonna explore inside the Dzong, so we'll see you there. We just finished taking a tour at the Thimphu Dzong, and we also went inside the temple. So like all of the temples here in Bhutan, you cannot film or take photos, but the major statue, like right in the middle of the temple, is actually the present Buddha, and there's also a lot of mini Buddhas in there. There's also a lot of, I think, wisdom Buddhas, if I remember correctly. And the interior is really mostly gold with a lot of decorations as well, symbolizing the parts of Buddha. And it's really amazing. There are 3 thrones inside the temple. One for the 4th king, that's on the left side when you're facing the front. In the middle will be the current king, and on the right will be the chief
Abbot.
abbot. Sorry, I forgot their leader in religion leader. So as we were leaving the Dzong, we saw that one of the towers got illuminated with red lights, and then the rest of the wall that you see back there came after that. And then the white lights at the bottom were opened. So it's really very fortunate that I was able to get to see the Dzong lighted, because some of the tourists actually already went home, or maybe they went somewhere else. They weren't able to see this Dzong lighted in red and white, which for me really represents, I don't know, like for me it feels powerful, and it's also very elegant. And I think this is the one that I was seeing atop the Buddha point last night when we were going down from Buddha Point. So we just stopped here along the road to see a nice view of the Thimphu Dzong and also the parliament, the one at the white back there.